Hello, you're watching World Talks on TVP World. My name is Sasha Fahrbach. I don't care if they come back or not. President Donald Trump told reporters when asked about the Iranian negotiations late on Sunday. Now, Washington moving toward enforcing a blockade of Iranian ports following the collapse of peace talks in Pakistan. Now, the escalation has pushed oil prices above $100 a barrel and drawn sharp warnings from Tehran, which says its forces will respond to any military threat in the Strait of Hormuz. We'll now talk about all the latest developments with our guest, Silvia Boltuc, Managing Director, Special Eurasia. Welcome to TVP World.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
With this latest, let's say, response here, again, it's Trump being very direct. How much should we take this seriously? Are negotiations now completely over? What do you make of his statement?
Well, it's quite serious, although it is not easy to foresee the U.S. foreign policy in this moment under the Trump administration, which has proved to be very volatile. In this case, the situation has changed dramatically. Previously, we had Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz. Right now, we have the U.S. Closing the strait, particularly imposing sanctions to all those countries which decide to cross the strait and pay the fees to Iran. Therefore, we can expect a shock in the energy market, which, of course, this collapse of negotiation already triggered some volatility in the energy market with major shocks. And I think that another important date that we have to watch is April 21st, because it will be the end of the current ceasefire. And till this date, there is some hope, I would say. I think that Trump, through his tweet, wants to put pressure on the Iranian side, still hoping to achieve some results. And indeed, both delegation, the US and the Iranian delegation, admitted that the talks were quite positive and that they achieved many agreements, but there was still these issues of the control of the Strait of Hormuz and of the nuclear program.
Yeah, and on that, there's supposed to be, as we've just mentioned, that blockade by the United States. That's supposed to be effective as of at some point today on Monday. But then again, like, how realistic is this going to be? What do you think, how the Iranians will react to all this?
Well, of course, they will try to impede it. They already said that they have mined all the strait and that they're not able to remove the mine as they lost control of the mine. Indeed, this is also psychological warfare. Iran has recently published some picture of the area of the strait, showing which is the part of the strait which is mined, and therefore they force all the shipments to go pass very near of the Larak island in order to be controlled, of course, by the Iranian authorities. And therefore, I think that this will be also really dangerous for the United States part to engage in the mining of the strait, because this might lead to a direct confrontation with the Iranian Navy. The U.S. have destroyed in this conflict most of the oceanic navy of Iran, but they have not destroyed the small flotilla which is active in the strait, and it's very dangerous. They have missiles, they have drones, and even the mines. The mines are acoustic mines, and they are programmed to explode only when specific vessels, such as the NATO one, passes through the strait.
Mm-hmm. All right. And let's also look at, in your mind, I'm curious, on what happened on the weekend in Pakistan with these negotiations. I mean, they were met separately, the Pakistanis with the Americans and the Pakistanis with the Iranians. But what do you think contributed to a collapse there? Why was it always going to be difficult that they would not come to terms here? Are you surprised by that? Or what was the main, let's say, constraint there for coming anything out of positive there?
Well, I think that the main problem was the third part of the negotiation, which is Israel. Indeed, we have a very important testimony previous to this war, which was the one of the Omani foreign minister, that when the negotiation part, the U.S. and Iranian part sat together at the table before this war, they really achieved a good result. They were very near to sign a deal, because Iran was willing to make some major concessions. The problem is that after the war, of course, both sides, Iran, because of all the damage he has endured, and of course Trump, because he is losing consensus in the U.S. Of course, they want both to achieve a victory, and therefore now at the negotiation table, both are not willing anymore to concede that much. And as for the nuclear program, actually this is more a concern for Israel than for the Trump administration right now.
Yeah, and also, and one of the things was the main idea was nuclear. I mean, that's existential for the Iranian regime. At the same time, it's a red line for the United States. You talked about there's some kind of concessions. I mean, how much of a, let's say, progress will be made on this issue?
Well, the thing is that the Iranian government has changed dramatically due to this war and all the assassination that we saw that took place. Indeed, the previous administration, led by Ali Khamenei, was not so keen to develop the nuclear weapon. They stated multiple times. The supreme leader, even released a fatwa against a nuclear weapon. And they were not so willing. They were willing to sit at the table of negotiation, and they made some major concessions, such as allowing inspection in the nuclear facilities that were already damaged in the 12-day war of June last year. Now, unfortunately, the topic has changed, because, of course, the U.S. admitted or stated after the 12-day wars that they have obliterated Iran nuclear program. The thing is now that the request has changed. Now they want to have to remove all the enriched uranium from Iran. Uranium that is allegedly buried under the rubble of the previous war, and that sits not well with the Iranian part. And of course, this was the breaking point.
Mm-hmm. And also, I mean, Trump has said very much that he wanted help from allies, then he knee-jerks against them. He said it again about criticizing heavily NATO, saying that the allies weren't there, that the U.S. is paying too much for this. What do you make of his comments here again? I mean, is this going to be another tactic? Is it a flare-up? How seriously are we taking his words on more criticism against NATO once again?
Well, I think that this is a tactic that he already exploited in the past, and it proved to work, particularly with Europe. I would say the problem is that in the long run, of course, European countries are reacting in different ways. As European, we are not united. We see like France, Spain have an attitude towards Trump threats, and we see other countries such as Germany thinking or be willing to engage maybe in the Strait of Hormuz, for example, to ensure the safe passage of the shipments. So we don't have like a common policy in this regard. I think that the main problem is that right now, first of all, the U.S. Trump allies in Europe, they are quite angry because they were not informed before of this attack. And of course, now they are dealing with an energy crisis, which is really challenging, particularly from some countries. And thank God we are approaching the summer, so we will not need as much as gas as we needed before. But of course, the Middle East was our backup plan in the aftermath of the Ukrainian crisis. And therefore, I think that the relation between Trump and Europe right now is not that strong. They're not so willing to help him, particularly because when he didn't obtain what he wants, usually he threats or makes some not diplomatic comments towards his ally, and therefore there's the situation is really volatile and uncertain.
Mm-hmm. Just one quick fast sentence on this. Where are we now moving towards all this? Back to escalation and fighting, or more negotiations in the next few days and weeks?
This is really difficult to predict. I would say that we have still a room to maneuver till the ceasefire expires. Another important question is Lebanon, of course, because the thing is not only if the Trump administration is willing to negotiate with Iran, the problem is also Israel. Israel cannot be controlled by the U.S., has been proven many times, and the Iranian has linked this deal with the ceasefire in Lebanon, and Israel is not willing to concede it. So for me, my major concern is not the nuclear issue, but the ceasefire in Lebanon. I would say that for the Iranian part was the first point. And in foreign policy, in their attitude towards Iran, unfortunately, the goal from the United States is different from the goal from Israel, and this is where I think we have a major problem.
Right, okay, so giving us the latest there on all that. Thank you so much. That was our guest, Silvia Boltuc from Special Eurasia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, but stay right here on TVP World for more news and commentary. Goodbye.